about the late great Bryan Murray was that when he was trying to fight Colin Greening, and this one kind of came out a little bit when him and Colin Greening got into it. And it was the same day that somebody had asked Colin Greening, "What's missing from your game?" And Colin Greening goes, "Ice time." So I guess they kind of got into it. They were both, Greening was an imposing guy. I don't think I've ever played with a guy that big and strong. Honestly, jacked, worked his ass off in the locker room, in the weight room, excuse me. But I remember they kind of went back and forth, and it was after he had signed the extension, and Colin essentially said, "You ruined my career," and Bryan said, "Well, you might have ruined mine with the contract." And I guess a couple of people had to get up inside and get inside the room because they were standing on one side of the desk, and Bryan was ready to come around to greet him. And I thought, man, I love that guy. I wish I had more time with Bryan Murray because he was just all honesty, all truth, and a spitfire. So those were just two good ones off the cuff.
I remember I had Bryan his first year when he came back from coaching. He had coached the Florida Panthers, and then he resurfaced in Anaheim as a head coach. And I think it was like 9 years or something since he had coached. And I don't know if he used to do this in Ottawa, Bob, but if we were screwing up the passing drills, Bryan would, "Give me a puck. Someone get me a puck." And you'd give him a puck, and someone would have to go with them, and they'd go down the ice, passing the puck back and forth. Then Bryan would slowly cruise in on the goalie, take a shot, and of course the goalie'd let it in, and the whole team would cheer, and we'd get back to the drill, and lo and behold, we'd do the drill great after that. Like and his practices weren't that tough, eh? Like, I remember his practices, it was all he cared about, at least when I had him, was make sure the passes are on the tape. But what a beauty, eh? Like, and that comment he made for Greening, that was no delay as well, eh? Like, it was like 1 second. Well,
Right
you probably ruined my career. Right? You probably ruined my career too.
Yeah, so I never had him as a coach. I only had him as a general manager. I would have loved to have had him behind the bench. I heard a story, and they were on the ice one time, and they had rookie party the night before, and all the guys were hung to the gills. Some were still drunk, and he blew practice down, and he singled out one guy that was the worst player at practice. And he said, "What the F are you doing out here? Are you still drunk?" And the player said, "I don't even drink." And Bryan turned around and goes, "Well, maybe you should start." I wasn't there for the story, but I just heard it. I thought that knowing Bryan a little bit, I said that fits the bill 100%.